there, Saji. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So, my lovely Sagis, this is going to be your general love reading. Please keep in mind that the messages today do not have time frames, so if you're here, it's because there is something here that's going to help you close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. So if today's reading does not resonate, please take a look at last month's reading, because my readings do tend to read out 2 to 3 months ahead of when you find this one. Okay, so Sagi, let's go ahead and find out what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward. So let's see. Oh, Lordy. Excuse me. So, first of all, Sagi. Okay. Okay, hold on. Because I'm getting so many messages just from these 3 cards alone. So hold on. All right, Sag. So here's the deal, all right? For those of you Sagittarius who have Gemini in your chart, okay, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Someone who is competing for your attention while you're in a committed relationship. Okay? You feel like they are your soulmate, but you are hanging on to something. Okay? You may be holding on to, no, you're holding on to the commitment that you're currently in. So for those of you Geminis with Sagittarius in your chart, okay, that's what I'm getting here. You are holding on to a commitment that you are currently in, even though there is someone who is in your environment that you are realizing is your soulmate. Okay? For those of you who are Sagittarius with Pisces in your chart, okay, you're at the cusp of making a really big decision here, and you're really not sure what to do. This is likely a decision in love, right? But it's the kind of decision that once made in this relationship or made in love, it's going to have a ripple effect in the rest of your life, right? It's a very big decision, and you're kind of holding off on making it because something about it scares the crap out of you, okay? For those of you who have Pisces and Gemini very strong in your chart, just like Pisces, you are afraid of making a decision. You're internally conflicted. Whereas the Pisces without the Gemini, right, if you're Sagittarius with just Pisces, no Gemini, there's nothing really confusing about the situation to you. You know what you need to do. You're just kind of holding off because you're afraid. But for those of you who do have Gemini and Pisces both in your chart, you really don't know. Like, you're honestly, truly confused. You have no idea what to do. Which is, that's your Gemini. That's the Gemini aspect of you. I wouldn't be surprised, Sag, if you were Gemini moon with like a Pisces rising, right? You're very tied emotionally to something, and you've made this particular something, this connection or this bond with another person, you've made it an integral part of your life to the point where the thought of not having them around doesn't really make you any less anxious, right? Like, you know that you have a feeling that there's a decision here about either to stay or go, but the thought of going almost doesn't feel like it's worth the disruption in the rest of your life, if that makes sense. All right, Sag, what's going on here, please? What's going on here, Sag? So, if you're connecting with an Aquarius, okay, I have to throw this out there because you and Aquarius, both of your readings, okay, were completely uploaded, and then when I went to play it back, it was all black, okay? Like, the intro played, but the rest of the reading was black. So I don't really know how you can get a partial corruption of a file. But I took that as a sign that whatever was contained in the reading is no longer relevant to you, because I did film that reading for both you and Aquarius a few days ago. And so I feel like with this monumental energy shift that I've felt, and I'm sure everyone has felt over the last couple of days, whatever was contained in the reading was no longer pertinent to your situation, okay, in love. So we're going to go ahead and do a brand new reading. Okay, so my apologies for it being late. Not late, but, you know, later than everyone else's. It wasn't included in the group. So let's go ahead, Sag, and see what's going on. If you are connecting with an Aquarius, the dynamic between you guys have completely changed. And I feel like it's palpable, okay? It's completely, you know things are different now. You know things are different now. The Seven of Cups came out for you in the pre-shuffle, so feeling confused. Maybe you feel like you have a lot of options, and that's the source of your confusion here. With the King of Wands, you could be, Sag, connecting with another fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, or this can be you. I could be connecting with a masculine Sagittarius. If that's the case, then this is going to be particularly important for you, this message. Okay, here we go. Overarching energy. Strength. So you could be connecting with a Leo, but overall for you, what's happening, Sag, is this is a test of your strength. Now with the new moon in Gemini, that's why I feel like if you have Gemini in your chart, this is really a test of your internal strength, your wisdom, your fortitude, your courage. But with the way I interpret this, the energy of this card right now is that there is some type of truth that you're afraid to step into, because it goes against basically how you've built your life or how you've lived your life up to this point. For example, the person you're connecting with could be another fire sign, maybe not, maybe a Pisces, maybe another water sign, whatever the sign, right? There is something about the way you made the decision to be with this person that you don't necessarily agree with now, right? The values that you considered most important, now your values have changed. And so in essence, the way you value what you've built up to this point with this person has changed. This is big energy, Sag. So of course, if this does not resonate, then this is not your message right now. But for those of you where this resonates, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is something deep down within that has completely changed, and it's made you wake up feeling like the life that you've surrounded yourself was not a mistake, but just, it almost feels now like you can't go on unless you make some really big decisions. Yeah, you are currently in the Emperor energy. So this is a masculine energy. Does not necessarily have to be male, okay? But I'm connecting with a very masculine Sagittarius, okay? You could be male, right? So you could be a father, or this could be a father figure with whom you're connecting, right, Sag? This could be, this is your counterpart. This is your counterpart. They could be a dad. They could be an entrepreneur. They could have, their own business. They could be a boss. Whatever their occupation in life, though, they are in a position of authority. They're someone that you look up to. And if that's not the person you're connecting with, then this is you. You've come into a place now where you've elevated maybe from the King of Wands to the Emperor, which is all the kings combined. You've reached a new level. What's making this difficult is the Magician. Absolutely. So this is Gemini, Virgo, Aries, very strongly represented with the Emperor. So Sag, you could have very strong Aries in your chart as well. Okay? On your mind, you've got the Ten of Wands, big pressures. That's what I'm saying. This is big, right? There's a lot on your mind, responsibilities, an understanding here that there's a decision to make. Do you put the wands down, or do you try to stick it out for another mile, for another year, another 5 years, another 10 years? How long are you going to continue to push yourself to bear the weight of past decisions that you now realize you don't want anymore? With the Seven of Wands in your heart, you're still very protective of something, right? There's something that you're even resistant to, right? If you, for example, in love, in love particularly, because while this is a love reading, Sag, I feel like there is something so instrumental about this decision in love that's going to affect your life. Okay? So this connection, whatever it is something that you want to salvage, but not necessarily something you think is going to bring you true happiness anymore. Okay, in the recent past, you've had the Six of Cups. So if you are connecting with someone who you have a family with, you could have 2 children together. Okay, coming in is the King of Pentacles. You see yourself as the King of Swords. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini is all I see, Sag. Okay, so you could have Gemini in your chart very strongly. Okay, of course, it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What's coming in for you could absolutely be Taurus, Virgo, Cap. But again, so much masculine energy. The fear here with the Queen of Pentacles is a feminine energy. We've got a true pair here. Potential outcome, the Tower. Yeah. Big energy. Like, there's an understanding here that something is about to change. Whether you choose it, whether you bring it on yourself, or you allow it to happen to you. Something here, there's a big shift. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all, Sag, okay? So I know, sometimes we give that kind of like that ominous, oh no, the tower. Look at that with death coming back out. It's an opportunity to rebirth. It's an opportunity to transform. It's an opportunity to be something that you are meant to be, but maybe didn't have the room to grow into. With the environment, with the Ace of Pentacles being in the environment, this is an opportunity to begin something new. To begin something new, okay? I am connecting with a very strong Sagittarius, guys, a strong masculine Sagittarius, I should say. So for those of you that are identify as feminine energies, I'm going to do my best to keep it as generalized as possible, but I cannot ignore the strong pull to masculine energy right now. Okay, Five of Pentacles wanting to come out along with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're in a state of transition where it's like, do you let go? Do you let go or do you hold on? Which decision is going to lead you to the greatest lack, and how can you avoid it? Right? Like if you knew, Sag, if you knew which decision would be better for you and everyone involved in the long run, you would make that decision in a heartbeat. But the problem is you've got so much riding on your back, right? So much that's riding on your back, and you're such a sweet soul that the person and the people that you're connecting with, this particular, I feel like this is a wife, okay? I'm going to be completely honest. Ugh, my nose is just going crazy. Sag, I feel like this is a wife. I feel like I'm connecting with a male, okay? A masculine energy, absolutely. But I do feel in particular that I'm connecting to a male Sagittarius in a relationship with with an earth female, earth sign female, or at least the mother of their children. I feel like there are children involved. I feel like this is marriage. I feel like you have strong Aries or Gemini in your chart. Right? There's very strong Scorpio here as well, but for me, these are indications of change. This is the indication of the energy surrounding what you're currently going through. I feel like you are probably Sagittarius with strong Gemini or Aries in your chart. Okay? That is just what I'm getting. Leo too, but again, I feel like this is energy. I feel like that's energy. I don't feel like that's an asset of yourself. That's part of you. However, guys, where this is not you, if you are not that masculine energy, then you are connecting with someone, this masculine energy, who might be a little bit of a manipulator. Okay? You guys could share a beautiful past together, but there's something weighing heavily on your mind about this person. You're defensive. Maybe there was a soulmate connection in the past that went awry, Sag. Okay? But you see yourself as the King of Swords, so you see yourself taking an active role in defending the truth, instigating conversation where there must be. Right? Things are being shaken up. You're making a hard left somewhere. You're taking a hard left somewhere, Sag. Something's completely changing. Something is completely changing. You're already looking at it in the eye. Right? It's like kind of like who's the first one to draw. Overarching energy is the Page of Cups. So you could be connecting with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio represented very strongly here. Someone that makes you feel very free in love. Someone that makes you feel like flirty and free-spirited, right? Someone that kind of inspires that optimistic side of yourself. Okay? Now with the Emperor here, with the Nine of Swords, so you could be connecting with an Emperor and feeling, really anxious. Feeling really anxious. The Ten of Wands on your mind, and the Ten of Wands here with the Magician, and the Strength coming out to clarify the Ten of Wands. This is more of the same. We're getting the same cards out, guys. This is someone who, they could have anything they want, and there's something about the fact that they can manifest anything that they want that is almost making you feel like, why me? Another 7 here with the 7 of Cups. You're getting defensive because you wonder if they're doing something behind your back, Sag. For those of you, I'm connecting with a feminine energy now. For those of you that are connecting with masculine energies here, there is something about the fact that this person that you're connecting with, right? This person that you're connecting with is they are so confident, and they have complete command over their environment, that you're not expressing what's on your mind. You're really honestly not even trying to let it show. On the outside, you have this kind of front, like maybe you've got everything under control. But inside, you're confused. Inside, you're almost wondering, like, how could I be the only one? How could I be the only one? In the recent past with the Six of Cups, absolutely, and the Ace of Pentacles, this to me is children. Six of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, this is children. There could be, you know, with this particular person you're connecting with, right? This could be someone who you have 2 children with and you've got 1 on the way. But at the very least, where this is not the case, there was a past situation, a past commitment or opportunity, this new beginning, right? This family that you've decided, or some plans that you have decided to execute, right? Some type of decision, excuse me, to bring something into fruition, to plant the seed, right? To begin anew. And with the Emperor, who better, right? The Emperor is quite literally the masculine ruler of the earth alongside the Empress, right? So when you're talking about planting seeds, the Emperor is absolutely the person to go to. Right? This is someone who you trust, right, Sag? This is someone that you trust, someone who you share a past with, or in the past have entrusted with the ability to plant this seed for the both of you. Whether that means children, whether that means a home, whether that means being the breadwinner, whatever that might look like, okay? But there's something about their control that is making you upset. It could be the fact that they are too controlling. And all of these pressures that you feel on your, like in your mind, in your own internal landscape, internal space, you feel like because they are so manipulative and so controlling that you'll never get a word in. When really what you're doing is you're just trying to protect. You're trying to protect your innocence. There's something about this connection that hasn't yet tainted your integrity and you're afraid of giving that up. Right? Now coming in with the King of Pentacles, the Tower, the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit. Sag, you could be connecting with a Virgo. You could be connecting again with a Scorpio. This Tower moment showing up twice tells me, especially with the Eight of Swords, this is a realization. Okay? This may not necessarily be the kind of shakeup that, you know, when there are multiple people involved, for example, and a secret is found out, not to that extent. This is more like someone realizes something about their position in a committed relationship, some type of insecurity, something that has caused them to withdraw. There's a truth within themselves that they find out. And again, if you are a feminine energy connecting with a masculine energy, this masculine energy is the one that comes into this clarity. So if you are a masculine Sag, this is you that comes into clarity. You are really in a tiff right here because you're just like, there is so much riding on my shoulders. How do I make a decision when all I want is the best for everyone involved? Maybe you are connecting with someone Sag, right? Maybe you're connecting with someone, if you're a masculine Sag, maybe you're connecting with someone who they are very controlling. Right? Maybe they're very controlling, for example. All of these energies can be interchangeable. But you are going to get to a point where you are reconsidering your stance within this connection. And if you are a feminine Sag, you could be connecting with an earth masculine energy, a Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Or perhaps you're cross-watching for your Sagittarius person. And they are a masculine energy, and you guys are in a committed relationship, or at the very least thought that that was kind of like what the fast track was looking like for you guys. Something like that. We have very strong Virgo here, but this could be someone who is connected to a Virgo Sag. That could be you. That could be someone that you're connecting with if there's more than one person involved here. The same way you have Leo on your mind, right? There could be a responsibility that you have towards this Leo. But you are feeling pressure surrounding this Gemini, Virgo, Aries. Okay, a lot of different people can be involved here. Not at the same time necessarily. This could be just all of the storylines I'm seeing, you know. This is a general reading. So I'm trying to pick out all the different variations I see, but there's a lot here, right? So you see yourself, Sag, as the King of Swords with the star. So you could have Aquarius very strong in your chart. Otherwise, we do have very strong Gemini as well. And this could be you really feeling destined to be with this person, or destined to not be with this person, or there's a sense of fate, right? There's a touch of fate at play in your life, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but it's there. And you feel like in order for you to really allow things to play out in the way that feels in most greatest alignment, you have to kind of let things fall where they may. There's something, it's kind of like once you see, you can't unsee what you've seen. kind of like that, Sag, okay? You can't unsee what you've seen. So internally, you might have been reached out to in dreams. Maybe you know, are a daydreamer as well, and you've just been receiving visions. Maybe you have been getting these random thoughts, right? Almost like you've just been getting like drops of thoughts just, you know, just tossed in your mind. You weren't really looking for it, and just all of a sudden you realize it's something. Again, this epiphany, right? It's not a coincidence. The Tower is here twice. Okay, you see yourself as being on the right path. There is something that has reassured you that you are where you are supposed to be, but at the same time, you understand that it's not an easy place to be, and that it's going to require some level of movement, right? Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. This new beginning is going to require work, okay? And you're going to be victorious in it. Right? But the spotlight here is going to be placed on work. You might, while this resolves itself, because with the Ace of Pentacles we've got in the Six of Cups, you know, this could be talking about leaving an opportunity that you once took advantage of behind, leaving it in the past. And so instead of focusing on the past promises, right, on the playfulness, on the nostalgia of the friendship you share with this person, now you're just focusing on work. Now you're just focusing on that promotion. Now in the meantime, while all of this kind of gets settled in your mind, you're drowning yourself in work. Right, Sag? And this could be the person that you're connecting with. If you feel like they've been very distant from you, Sag Crosswatcher, they have been losing themselves in work because they are experiencing such a tremendous shift in how they feel about their choices up to this point. They really don't know what to do, but they know something needs to be done. But until they know exactly what needs to be done, they are just standing still. And they'd rather not hurt you in the process. That's the key here. Whoever, if this is you, Sag, or if this is the person cross-watching for Sag, no one, the intention here is not for anyone to get hurt. In fact, I see this person feeling quite guilty over the fact that this is happening, right? This is like, they didn't mean for any of this to happen. They made every decision up to this point in good faith. But the problem is, they are starting to get signs from the divine that where they are is not the true path to happiness. Not, you know, every chapter that we close off in our life is a next step, right, to happiness. But what I mean to say is, if they were to continue in this particular stage indefinitely, at some point they would reach a cap if they haven't already reached it. Or maybe if this is you, you will eventually reach this cap over which you will not be able to expect any greater happiness than what you've experienced up to this point. Knowing for sure that the potential for happiness can still exceed what you've experienced, but in a different situation, if that makes sense. You know you're destined for the Ten of Cups, but perhaps you've maxed out in this situation at the Nine of Cups, for example. You get what I'm saying? So you're on track. This is the where you are here, Sag, is not a coincidence. This is exactly where you're supposed to be up to this point. However, a decision, right, a decision to reevaluate where you are here is making you really stressed out. Now, this Queen of Pentacles here is someone that you're making a decision about. You're afraid that if you choose to stay, it's going to be the wrong choice, or if you choose to leave, it's going to be the wrong choice. Or decisions that you make from day to day with this person is not going to improve. Okay, now this Tower here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool is a brand new beginning, Two of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. What did we just say about the Nine of Cups? So, you know, this Tower, you know, this is exactly what we were just talking about. Progress is being made, but it's almost like if you don't take a leap of faith, pretty much the stagnance, right? The Two of Swords is stagnant energy. It's indecisive energy. It's like not being able to see past the Nine of Cups. This might feel really good, but you know something exists beyond it. You know it, right? But in a way, you're kind of being blind to it. You're like, no, this is the Nine of Cups is my Ten of Cups. That's denial. That's denial, Sag. That's denial, right? The progress you make is going to eventually come to a place where in order to get to your real wish manifested, you're going to have to start over. And there's no other way for me to say this, because this is the Fool. This isn't the Magician where you can manifest something different, right? The Magician didn't appear anywhere else, right? And from this deck, it's still in this deck, right? The Magician had an opportunity to come out if the message was there. But the truth is, with the Fool, we've got a brand new beginning where all of this scenario does not exist. This scenario does not exist. This connection with this person does not exist. You will continue to be in kind of like this slow moving progress with this person, which if that's where you choose to stay with your Nine of Cups, you will be happy. Absolutely, Sag. You will be happy, right? But I think this Tower here is showing you that you've realized that more can be gained for not only you, but for the person that you're with, that their Ten of Cups exists as well outside of this situation, outside of this connection. Okay? But this is the divine, this is the invisible hand coming down and either putting an important message in your mind, all right? Or shaking things up in your life in a more dramatic way. But the Knight of Cups with the Fool is telling me that progress will eventually stop, right? Within this. And this is part of the message you've received, Sag. So if that's something that you have kind of been feeling and you need confirmation, I am absolutely seeing that here. And I see where your fear is absolutely justified, because you've invested a lot with this person, you've had a lot of plans with this person, and you mean this person no harm. I'm not seeing any malice. I am not seeing any lack of trying, Sag. You love this person very deeply, but there is something. And again, I'm seeing very strong Scorpio here. I'm seeing very strong Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, right? Aries. These are all energies that can be in your chart, but it could also be people who you're connecting with, who have kind of shown you things. Like this Tower moment could be literally like an airdrop into your brain of a thought or a realization or understanding. This could be a person though. The Tower could be, you know, all your life you've been in this connection with someone who you've committed to, and that's beautiful, right? You love them. But there is something here in this new person, or, you know, this new opportunity, right? This could be someone who you've met at work. Right? This Ace of Pentacles, this is like a gift from the divine, the gift from the spirit. This is an opportunity. This is a person, right? This Ace of Pentacles, this is, you know, skin, bones, and blood. This is money. This is concrete. It's something you can touch. It's practical. It's a living, breathing, you know, piece of life, right? So this Ace of Pentacles can be an opportunity to begin a new thing. It could be a pregnancy, right? It could be children. It could be whatever it is. It could be a divorce with the Tower. Even though justice is not here, this could be a divorce. This could be a new beginning. You know, even though the Six of Wands is here, right? The idea is, you know, the divorce itself is going to take a lot of work, but you know that that's the right decision to make. With the King of Swords is how you see yourself. This could be you in a legal setting, Sag, right? This could be you in a legal setting, right? This could be you trying to be peacekeeper. This could be you really just trying to do what you know in your heart of hearts is right. So this Tower moment can come in the form of thoughts, people, situations, right? This could be a person that's entered your life that has given you the insight that, oh my God, Ten of Cups really does exist. Why am I here? It's kind of that feeling, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily be that, but that is the most significant storyline that I am getting for the vast majority of you. So there's an understanding, there's an insight here, that by believing where you are is the best that you can have, you are lying to yourself, essentially. Not lying to yourself. You're not doing yourself justice. But there's an understanding that basically, if you were to stay in this connection, Sag, whether you chose for it to happen or not, something would happen eventually where you couldn't shake the feeling that where you are is no longer where you are meant to be. And again, if this resonates, then it resonates. And if it does not, then it's not for you. And you can check this reading out at a later date when you feel like the energies are more in alignment with where you are. But you know, my eyes keep getting drawn to the scorpionic energy. We've got the Tower here twice. We've got Death here. We've got the Page of Cups, right? This could be a younger water sign, a younger Scorpio, right? Again, if you have air in your chart, you know, Aquarius, very strong Gemini here as well. You know, you could be connecting with a Virgo as well. Very strong Leo here as well, with strength 2 times. So yeah, you know, there's a lot here, Sag. But overall, what I'm getting in terms of this connection is this is a big shift. It's a huge shift. It's a tremendous shift where it's like you are gaining clarity about decisions you've made in the past to commit to certain things with this person. Oh, sorry about that. to certain things with this person that are, they've been playing out beautifully. That's not the problem. The problem is now you have tapped into an unforeseen potential to be even happier. And now what do? Because no one's the bad guy here, Sag. And Sag Crosswatcher, no one's the bad guy here. And I normally don't address my Crosswatchers directly, but I feel compelled. Okay, I definitely feel compelled. In particular, to those of you who are connecting with a Sag and you yourself are a Scorpio or Virgo in particular. Okay. I know Aquarius is here and Leo is here, but I'm getting Scorpio and Virgo screaming in my head. Okay, for those of you that are connecting with Sag in particular, no one is the bad guy here. No one. This person is hating themselves right now, that they have even come to a point where they have to question the decisions that they've made. I believe the person that you're connecting with is Sag with strong Gemini, because this is the kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, torn between two decisions kind of thought process that are characteristic of Gemini. So I really, really think that who the person you're connecting with is a sweet soul. I think maybe they're Sag moon and Gemini, either sun or rising. Okay, this person loves you. There is nothing short. They consider you nothing short of amazing. Okay, the fact that you guys have endured so much together and all of that, like they definitely have a huge amount of respect and love for you. And that is exactly why this kind of conflict is really hurting them. The 10 of Wands twice, the 10 of Wands twice. I mean, they're holding on for dear life, but it's getting to a point where not even, no amount of love or patience in the world can make someone continue holding on to this kind of weight. So I want to protect you, Scorpio and Virgo, that if this particular person looks for separation, okay, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. They know you deserve better, and they are separating themselves because you are no longer the surefire answer for them. And they know that that's a disrespect on their part to you. And they would rather not be the person that convinces you to stay with them over the long term, knowing that every day that goes by, they are seeing a possibly more fulfilling future along, kind of what they've envisioned for themselves with another person. They know that that's not right. That's not a right thing to do by you. Okay, so this person, cross watchers, no, this person is not out here to hurt your feelings at all, but this is definitely here. I can't help but feel like this is a masculine Sag. It doesn't have to be a male, but I feel like this is a masculine Sag who is connecting with someone that they've been committed to for a while, and they're getting an inkling that perhaps this is not the way the story ends for them. So for those of you who are connecting with a Sag and they have been withdrawn, and at some point they give you that notion like maybe they don't want to be with you anymore, it is not you. I promise you, it is not you. They want everyone to win, but this just hurts. This just hurts. And sometimes that's how it is. Everyone is going to get to a better place. This 9 of Cups is not just meant for the Sag. This is meant for the Crosswatcher too. The real wish fulfillment. An opportunity to find your one more cup, right? This is the kind of freedom that the Tower brings to not only the Sag, but to the Crosswatcher. So remember that, guys. Remember that with the Tower, you get an opportunity to start over in a way that feels better. It was meant to come down. Whether it was now or next year or 10 years from now, it was meant to come down. Better now than later. Okay? So Sag, I'm going to leave this here. Crosswatcher, I'm going to leave this here. I'm beginning to understand why the reading deleted. This is a very different reading than the one I did. So please enjoy your message. This was very intense. This was the energies going on with you, Sag and Crosswatcher. It's palpable, okay? It's very, very evident that things are shifting in a divine way. Like in my mind, wow, that's incredible. So my guides just gave me a picture of the Wheel of Fortune clicking, moving clockwise and like ticking, like a sharp, it moved just a little bit and just like kind of clicked into place as if the next chapter has begun. So yeah, guys, there is no controlling this. Okay? Do the best you can, knowing that everything happens with a purpose. And remember that these sorts of endings happen for you. There is something better insured for you, and this was all to teach you some type of lesson that is going to equip you with the knowledge, experience, and self-awareness required for this next stage in your life. Okay? Remember, it's happening for you, not to you. Okay? Alrighty, Sag. I'm going to leave this here. I love you very much, Sag. Crosswatcher, I love you. Take care of yourselves, okay? If this did resonate, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to know how you are, how you're feeling about this, how you're feeling about this particular aspect of your journey, okay? Like, share, subscribe if you'd like. That would be awesome. I would love to have you as part of the family, but if it doesn't resonate, you know, then I'm happy that you have stopped by. I wish you nothing but love and light. And until next time, my dear friends, my sweet soul tribe, I will see you next time, okay? Mwah. Sending you lots of love. I love you so much. Bye, Sag.